This is the spa. And we come over this way. And this right here is a kid's pool. A little lap pool for the children. Okay, the spa's empty as you can tell. Yeah, almost empty, isn't it? Yep. I'll give you an idea of what the pool looks like. Well, that's the pool over there. Let's take a look in here. What do we got here? We have a mess in here, don't we? Yeah. And people's gonna say, what is this? What is this right here, huh? And that's called a sand filter. That's the filter for the spa. There's the filter for the kids' pool. They're actually sand filters. This right here is what feeds the chlorine and the pH into the pool, into the kids' pool. Never the actual pumps. Now I'll come around here. I got this one shut down right now. That's the control for the feeder and the 2 pumps for the spa. But as you can see, I got that shut off right now. And this is the actual heater for the spa. And if you look close here, I don't know if you'll be able to see this or not. Okay, standby low water flow. Yeah, it says low water flow because I've got the system shut off. Okay, this is the control panel for 1 pump motor, which is right here. This is the pump motor for the spa. This is the control panel for the jets for the spa. And this motor right here is the jets for the spa. Okay, I want to show you something else. You notice the floor here in the pool? Okay, you think, oh, so what about the floor, right? The entire floor throughout the entire pool area. I want to show you something. See, this is a glass of water. Okay, full of water. I want to watch this, okay? Okay. Where'd it go? There should be a puddle on the floor, right? I just poured a whole glass of water on the floor. Do you see it? No, you won't see it. The reason you won't see it is because the floor in this pool is a self-draining floor. I know that sounds crazy, right? But it's not. I can take a power wash and power wash this floor and not flood a freaking thing because the floor is self-draining. Okay, as you can see, I've filled the spa back up with water. Now, this here pump, it's a non-priming pump. It's not a self-priming pump. So in other words, I have to bring this pump back up. As you can see, I got a garden hose hooked up. First thing I'm going to do is open this up. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to kick on water to it. There'll be water that should start to come out right in here. It'll be a little hard to see. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take and move this back up to main run, and then I'm going to come over here. I'm going to put the system on maintenance, and I'm going to let it run. Now with the garden hose on, it's putting water into the basket there, which is going to prime the pump. to bring the pump back up for the pump motor on the spa. If you notice now, you see circulation in the water. We didn't have a few minutes ago. It's going to take a little bit to bring it back up. So what I do now is I stand here and I play the waiting game. And I wait on it to grab a prime. And this thing's on a 30-minute cycle. It's on maintenance mode. As soon as it starts to grab a prime, you're going to notice it right away. I'll throw a rag down over the sand filter. There's a bleed screw there, right here. That little nut right there is a bleed screw. Bleed the excess pressure out. And this gauge right here, as you can see, is still on 0. As this pump goes, once it starts to grab a prime, this gauge is going to start to go up. We're going to have air in the lines because I've drained it. So now the lines are completely full of air, and I have to get the air out of the system before this pump's going to work the way it's supposed to work. Always takes a few minutes on this part. And then if you notice here, I got 2 valves. One's in the open position for the main drain. This one here is closed. That's for the skimmer. The skimmer valve needs to stay closed until after I get this pump to take a prime. Then I have to slowly open this skimmer valve. Because if I don't slowly open it, I'll lose the prime immediately. So you have to slowly open it. So you're going to open it little notch at a time, little notch at a time. And for every notch you open it, you have to come up here and you have to bleed the excess air out. If you don't do that, you'll lose your prime and you'll be back to the beginning again. Okay, the water's just now starting to come. You might be able to see it in there. Just now starting to take a prime. And to notice our gauge now has went from 0 up to 15 pounds. And we're back down here at the basket again of the pump. It's not fully primed yet. When it is, you won't even be able to see the water moving in there. It'll be like it's just full of water and standing still. Now open this up a bit. Water bleed out of it. I keep the rag over it so I don't spray the whole place. This process altogether will take probably about 40 minutes before I'll be able to have this valve all the way open. I'll continue to repeat the process until I get this valve all the way open. Once I get all the air out of the system and the valve all the way open, I'll come back up here and I'll shut this off. And then I'll go to the on switch and I'll turn it back on to self-control, and then the system will be up and running. And then I have to repeat the process over here with the jets. And I have to prime them and bring this pump back up before the jets for the spa will work. Okay, the system's almost up and going. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to push the button. Hot tub. I've got the jets primed. I push that. I'll give it a moment. I've primed the jets. I've got the jets back up and going. As you can tell. Now the jets are running. We're still not quite through at the main pump. As you see, you won't see the bubbles in the water. You see just a few bubbles now, which means there's still some air in the system. And the skimmer, as you see, is still just partially. It's not all the way open yet. So I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to crack it just a bit more. I'm going to show you something. See that? That's just from cracking it that little bit more. I'm going to open the bleed screw. I'm going to let water run out the bleed screw at the same time. See, just from cracking that valve, this is what I'm telling you about. That's how much air is still in the system. Now I've got to let this run this way until it looks like what you saw a minute ago. When it looks like you saw a minute ago, just barely any bubbles at all, then I'll come back over here and I'll finish opening that. Then it'll probably do this one more time. And then as soon as it's all cleared off again, then, and only then, will I be able to take this off maintenance and bring it back up for the public to use. Okay? Then and only then will I be able to do that. It's going to be probably about another half an hour before this thing's ready for the public to use. And then I don't know if they want to get in it right then anyhow. Because as I showed you earlier, it was on lockout. This is the heater. Okay? Let's see how close I can get. Our temperature is now 83. Pool heating. Pool temp, 83. It's no longer on lockout. Okay, which means the heater is now running. It's censored the pressure. I've got the pressure back up and got the heater going. But it's heating right now and it's only at 83 and I've got to bring it up to 102 before it's going to be up to temperature. Right now a lot of people call the water still cold even though it's 83 degrees because it's a spa. It's supposed to be hot water. It will be in about 2 hours from now, that is.